Hey y'all, P-Hand here. Let's see. So picks. Absolutely no one asked me my opinion on picks, but I'm going to give it. So let's see. Classically, for standard tuning with regular standard strings, like a set of nines, I've always favored these Jim Dunlop USA Nylon 60s, 0.60 millimeters. I've always liked those. But finding myself playing with the slack key, the drop D, or more drop, lower tunings, heavier strings maybe, I kind of like the 73 here. Same type, 73 though. 88's never been a fan, and these have just always been too thick, these 1 millimeters. But recently, I've crawled out from underneath my rock, and I went ahead and I got a sampler of these Jazz 3s. And I must say, I like the shape. You get a little shape comparison here. And you can see the Jazz 3s are much pointier. And I like that. But there's something missing there. These little ones are just too small. But I do like these XL sizes. But I need the nylon. And 73 would be ideal. Well, I ordered what came up as nylon, the sculpted 73 plectra, Jazz 3 shape. Sorry about that weird glare. It's what I've got. Anyway, it just didn't quite fit. As we can see, it's kind of translucent. It's not the same nylon, if it's nylon at all. And it's a little stiffer. So this 73 and this 73, notice the flex this one has. And that one just doesn't have it. So I kind of want that flex. I also like this material. This material sticks to my very smooth fingers. Whereas this material tends to get out of place. It's not that I drop it. It gets spun around and awkward to hold. Whereas these seem to stay in place for me. Probably because I've been using them all my life. Just used to that material. Anyway, although they're the same thickness, they have different bending parameters, we'll call it. And so what I did was I took and I fashioned out of one of my nylon ones a Jazz 3 shape, or roughly. It's got the pointier tip, you see. Look at that by comparison. And as you remove that material from this, it gets even bendier. Too bendy now. It actually feels more like a 60. I need it a little thicker. So what I ended up doing was carving myself a metal one, roughly a Jazz 3 shape. That way I can use it as a pattern. And I went ahead and got these 1 millimeter ones. And now, as it is, untouched, it's a little stiffer than I like, but it's the right material. But when I put it into the Jazz 3 shape, I get this. That removing of that material, like we've established, makes it a little spongier. In fact, it makes it spongy like the 73. So now I have something that's the right shape the right material, the right bend, and the right thickness. Or rather, the thickness is compensated to get the right bend. And I'm pretty happy with that. You can still see the ink from where I transferred the lines. I simply put these together with a couple of hemostats. And then I take a white marker, on these black ones anyway, and I fill in the pattern around it. And then I go to my belt sander, and I carefully sneak up on that sanding disc and cut away all that's white. Then I do a bunch of hand burnishing with some really fine sandpaper to get that smooth and uniform. I kind of take and make a scraping action like this, and like even this right here where we're on a piece of leather, it's kind of probably helping it a little bit too, taming any weird edges. But there we go. So they don't have a true nylon Jazz 3, but I do. There it is. I'm quite happy with it. And that's my 2 cents about picks. Again, nobody asked. But there, I told anyway. Well, I know I haven't been putting out a lot of music. I don't generally during the summer, spring and summer, and even the fall. I've got all sorts of other stuff that I'm doing. But in the winter, I like to kind of weekend warrior it and sit down and record some music. Doesn't mean that I'm not writing music. I'm just not serious about the YouTube thing when there's so many other things to do, if that makes sense. But trust me, once the cold rounds my butt inside this chair more, you can be sure that I've got a few that I'm working on that I'll actually produce. And with any luck, I'll be playing with these. I guess we'll see. Look for a pick hand near you. Anyway, this is P-Hand signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are well. Take care and peace.